Hi, it's Jane and Nick from Gardenvale Chinese Medicine. It is that time of year that spring has sprung, a busy time in clinic for us. In Chinese medicine, how do we talk about the liver in Chinese medicine?
I guess we talk about it being more active in spring. We talk about the organs' involvement with the seasons, and liver is springtime. And then we know that liver has a pretty important job as far as our immune system goes by producing immune cells and things like that.
And the liver is really easily affected by stress, and I think people might notice that each hay fever season is getting a little bit worse, and maybe people that weren't previously having problems with hay fever are now, and I think it's just part of that tired and wide and really stressful society that we're living in.
Too true, Jane, too true. It's a sad fact. But that's also a reason why someone might say, I have hay fever now, worse than I ever had, or I've never had it before, and all of a sudden I'm getting it. What's going on? Well, it might not be the environment, it might be you, is the problem. Yes.
But what can we do about it?
What can we do about it? There is some stuff we can do about it, besides, various treatments, etc. But I think one of the main ones is obviously maintaining good health and helping your immune system. Hydration is a big one, I think. If we're not hydrated, if we're dehydrated, and perhaps
drinking too much coffee, Nick?
Yes, that could be a thing. Apparently, that's sometimes can lead to dehydration. It's not something I do though. It's a crazy thought. Drinking proper water, but making sure we're also consuming electrolytes. So I think that's important as well, rather than just drinking water on its own. So you can do the more commercial type brands, or perhaps use a squeeze of lemon and a pinch of good quality salt or something like that, just to make sure that you are getting some sodium, some magnesium, some potassium.
And then you can go and make your own teas, one of my favourite things to do. So things like honeysuckle, you can get some chrysanthemum and some goji berries, adding things like this to some tea, peppermint.
Yep.
They're all good things that can help with hay fever.
In China, chrysanthemum tea is something that they drink all the time, particularly in summer. You'll see everyone walking around with those jars with the flowers inside. It's actually not too unpleasant to taste, unlike most things we dispense here. And it's particularly good for a hydrating and liver cooling herb, that one. Peppermint tea, did you mention peppermint tea? You did. Okay, that's another good one as well.
And diet-wise, how can we take the stress off that liver?
Well, I guess not eat crap would be my first port of call.
That's a good one.
Yeah, maybe reduce your alcohol, or have some alcohol-free time.
Yeah, and
that's
sugar,
a possibility. Sugar's a big one.
Food.
Processed food, a lot of sugar, a lot of processed food, a lot of, I don't want to bag the carbohydrates, particularly the starchy carbohydrates, but when we eat a lot of bread, pasta, rice, they do get converted to sugar pretty quickly. So if you are eating a lot of that stuff, your liver's going to be working, and then you hit springtime and achoo.
And for Chinese medicine dietary therapy, the liver really likes those green leafy vegetables, so we'll be adding a few more of those as that sun comes out.
Very much so, particularly for spring, that's important. Saline flushing, washing is also a thing. I think can be particularly helpful if you have got some irritants, particularly up through the sinus passages, where you can either buy saline or make some of your own salt water, apparently the same consistency to seawater, and perhaps best done in the shower. You can squeeze it up or tip it up a nostril.
Maybe a new video.
Well, yes, that could be something for next time. But if you're really congested, it can often be a bit painful. So just do that one when you've got more irritation rather than heavy congestion.
And I think you said it, but alcohol, certain wines, the antihistamine in that.
Of course.
So if you are going to drink, keep to clean spirits, a gin or a vodka with just soda. Yeah.
Moderation, of course.
Always.
Naturally. Yeah.
Okay, have a good spring season, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See you later.